Anyway, I'm recording it, so in case if you want, but this is all from the material, so it doesn't matter. So what we discussed in the last class was legal services. So legal services was legal services provided by arbitral tribunal, partnership. These are all exempt. This is provided by whom? Partnership firm, but provided by two. Both are there. See, so partnership firm of advocates or an individual as an advocate other than senior advocate by way of legal services, and again senior advocate by way of legal service. But whom, to whom they have to tender? When it will be exempt? When it is to any person other than business entity. If it's to business entity, it will get attracted. Even if it is a business entity, if the turnover is less than 20 lakhs, it will not, they will be exempt. And to central government, state government, etc., that will also be exempt. So these are three categories. Now, apart from that, legal services provided by partnership firm or an advocate, individual or as an advocate of or other than senior advocate to another advocate firm, partnership firm, also is exempt. So this is to outsiders. This is to within the community of advocates. Within them, if they are providing service, that's also exempt. That's how you have to understand. The top part, this part is services rendered by these people to outsiders. This is services rendered by these people within themselves. That is fully exempt. And here it is exempt to the extent if it is to a normal person like you and me, it is exempt. But if it is to a business entity, up to 20 lakhs is exempt. Beyond that, it is taxable. And here, even it is not exempt, it is taxable. But again, there is something called reverse charge for that. It's included in reverse charge. So, though advocates never will know anything about GST, they don't have to worry about it. Okay. And if they are doing service in for central government, state government, etc., will be also exempt. That's how you have to understand this particular head. Let's move forward. Sponsorship of sports events. So for what? Sponsorship, somebody is doing sponsorship for sports event organized by whom? National Sports Federation or its affiliated federations, where the participating team or individuals represent any district, zone or country. By Association of Indian Universities, inter-university. So you are sponsoring sporting event organized by Association of Indian University, inter-university sports board, and etc. So many other things are there. Then only you will get exemption. Not all, mind you. That's what you need to take care. That's where you may have to remember this. They may ask, organized by Paralympic Committee of India or Special Olympics Bharat. Like that, if they ask, then you have to remember. As part of national games by the Indian Olympic Association under Panchayat Yuva Krida or Khel Abhiyan scheme. That's also covered. Next is your skill development. Skill development provided by whom? National Skill Development Corporation set up by Government of India. Sector Skill Council by NSDC. That is this one. Then assessment agency done by the CCC. This is NSDC is appointing this. Then either NSDC or this SSC, they are appointing the next level. Training partner approved by SSC in relation to what? So services provided these people in relation to what? National Skill Development Program implemented by NSC, vocational skill development organized by NSDC, and a monetary resumption. Any other schemes in by NSC. So those many things are covered under this. Then services of assessing bodies empaneled centrally by DGT, Ministry of Skill Development. Now you may think, sir, what do? You by heart this for your exam. You may have to little bit at least remember some points. But for us, what happens when somebody asks, we will have to look at this circular and look at it. Or there's notification and we check it. That's the only way we can do. It's impossible to remember. But you have to be careful in see what I'm trying to do is to help you read the provision. That's how you can do it. Services provided by training providers. You cannot say, sir, I why we are studying this, because in the real world this is very, very relevant. There people are going to ask you this based on this, so you have to refer to that. I'll come to example. When we come to example, you'll see how important it is. Then performance by artist. Service by an artist by way of performance in folk or classical art form, music, dance, theatre, is exempt if consideration charged for such performance is not more than 1,50,000. Anything more than, it will be taxable. This exemption shall not apply to service provided by such artist as a brand ambassador. For my GST exam, when I wrote the exam for GST, this was a question on that. There was a question on that. Exactly. And in the exam also, in past questions also, in your CA exams also, they have asked this. So unless you know specifically 1,50,000, unless you know brand ambassador, you will not be. So what is it saying? Up to 1,50,000 it is exempt. Your, if you get consideration for performance of folk, classical art, etc. But if you are representing as a brand ambassador for somebody and getting a remuneration even of 75,000, it will be taxable. So therefore, you cannot get the consideration for being a brand ambassador. Then it will be taxable. Next is what? Right to admission to various events, services by way of admission to museums, national park, wild sanctuary, tiger reserve, protected monument declared under the Ancient Monument and Archaeological Remains of India. All these are exempt. In fact, there are certain palaces in Rajasthan. Those palaces are, they are being made into a museum sort of thing, and money is being collected. GST will not be there most probably, because they may be preserved places. Following events, places where consideration for right to admission is not more than 500%. Circus, dance, so these are again exempt. Theatrical performances, drama, ballet, award function, concert, pageant, musical performance, or any sports event other than recognized sporting event. Recognized sporting event separately anyway given. Planetarium, these are all exempt. What about film tickets? Is it there? As of C, it is not there. But it's a drama or a ballet, it may be. Theoretical performance may be there, but maximum of 500 per person. Services by an unincorporated body or a non-profit entity registered under any law for the time being force. Unincorporated body or non-profit body entity to its own members as reimbursement of share. There comes trade union is exempt because they are for themselves providing exempt service. For providing exempt service, up to 7,000 per month per member for sourcing the goods and service from a third person for common use of members in a housing society or residential. So a lot of times, the buildings which are there, multi-storied buildings, they have something called a society, and they collect membership fees. From the membership fees only they administer the all the facilities for the building and the area around that. So unincorporated body or non-profit body by its own members, because it's done by the members only, as a trade union, or for producing exempt services, that is also out. Three, up to 7,500 per member for sourcing goods. So this is where the society comes. If they are paying more than 7,500, it will not be possible. It will not be exempt. From a third person for common use of its members in a housing society. This is what I was saying, residential complex. So trade union is exempt. Something which is providing exempt activity is also exempt. Anyway, it's exempt activity. And which exempt, which is what we saw just now from the top. But for a housing society and residential complex, it is exempt subject to the fact that the member is contributing less than an amount of 7,500, less than that, up to. So up to 7,500 if it's contributing, then it's okay. Anything more than that, it will not be exempt. Similarly, services provided by such entity engage in activity of welfare of industrial, agricultural labor or farmers. Promotion of trade, commerce, industry, agriculture, art, science, literature, culture, sports, education, social welfare, charitable protection of environment, etc. If they are engaged in that, this entity is engaged in doing this to its own members against a membership of up to 1,000 per member. So if it is more than 1,000, exemption is gone. Why they have done? They have done for their own thing. For example, there might be an industry where the they have got a entity they have formed. Why they are doing, these people are contributing some amount, and this entity is helping them clean the atmosphere, some environment in that area, or they are promoting trade, commerce, industry, etc. For example, I don't know, there may be, you got Federation of FICCI, Federation of Chamber of Commerce or something like that. Maybe that may come. So those type of things which are there, if they are collecting more than 1,500 per member, it will not be eligible. But if it's less than that, it is okay. Other exempt services, transfer of a going concern as a whole or independent. So this is very important, because if you are transferring a independent going concern as an independent part, then say that service, when the transfer is happening, at that time if there is any service relating to that, it will be exempt. Services associated with transit cargo to Nepal and Bhutan, landlocked countries, it is exempt. Services by way of renting of residential use for residents, again see, renting is taxable, but for residential dwelling it is exempt. Services by hotel inn, guest house, club, site, etc., by whatever name. Yeah, they are asking questions time and again on this. Name called for residential or lodging purpose, having a value of supply of a unit of accommodation of 1,000 per day or equivalent. So if you are being charged up to 1,000, no problem, no GST. Beyond that, GST is there. By giving services by way of giving on hire, state undertaking, motor vehicle meant for more than 12 passengers, then it is exempt. State undertaking, GTA to a means of transportation of goods, motor vehicle, motor vehicle for transportation of students, faculty, staff to a person providing services of transportation of students, faculty, staff to an education institution provided service by way of preschool. So motor vehicle service by way of giving on hire of for transport of student, faculty, etc. to a person providing service. So that means this is the guy who is having the bus. He is giving to X. X is hiring the bus from him. So there is higher charges here, but X is using it for providing the service of transportation to a college, for the college, not college, for a school, for their staff, students and faculty, and staff, for transporting. Then this is exempt. This we have already seen earlier. This is also exempt. This hiring of from the bus owner to X is also exempt. Services by access to a road or bridge on payment of toll. So toll charges which you go when you cross all these places, you pay toll charges, right? All across the state it is there. So even that is exempt. Transmission, distribution, electricity by an electricity transmission utility, again KSCB and all, is exempt. Services provided by an incubatee up to a turnover of 50 lakhs. Now, what is incubatee? I will tell you. There are certain places like Technopark and all where they provide incubation centers. Incubation means when the child is born, they are kept sometimes in incubation center so that they can grow fast. That's from where the word has come. So in Technopark, they are incubating incubation you know places. That place, what will happen is, it will be at a reduced rent and things like that. All facilities are available, telephone, everything will be provided. You have to just pay some amount. So this is the person who's occupying is an incubatee, but incubatee should not have a turnover more than 50 lakhs in a financial year. So services provided by an incubatee, that this guy, up to a turnover of 50 lakhs, provided total turnover is not exceeding 50 lakhs during the preceding financial year, and period of 3 years has not elapsed from the date of entering into an agreement as an incubator. So the incubatee who's staying there, who's taken up a place here in, say, in Technopark, place like Technopark, up to 50 lakhs it is exempt. Beyond that, it's taxable in a financial year, provided that he has not crossed 50 lakhs in the previous year. So he's 48 lakhs last year, no problem. Plus, from the date of agreement of entering into a being a incubatee, he has not been there for 3 years. So maximum he'll get 3 years exemption. So that means first year is 48 lakhs of 30 lakhs. Second year it is 40 lakhs. Third year it is 48 lakhs. So over. Fourth year he will not get anything. Alternatively, in the first year he got 30, in the previous year he got 55, then gone. He will not get it. That's what they're saying. Services by way of licensing, registration, analysis of testing of food samples supplied by FISI and food business operators. Taxable service provided or to be provided by technology business incubator. Again, same thing, similar to that. Different incubator is there, that's it. Almost there, we have finished almost. Services by way of collecting or providing news by an independent journalist, Press Trust of India, United News of India. Services provided of public libraries. For public libraries by way of lending of books, publication by any other knowledge enhancing content. Services by an organizer to any person in respect of business exhibition held outside India. Services of slaughtering of animals. Service by way of preconditioning or pre-cooling, ripening, waxing, retail packing, labeling of fruits and vegetables, which do not change the or alter the essential characteristics of the said fruits and vegetables. Because you need to keep it in some sort so that it remains like that, but it should not alter it. Next, services provided, one second. Services provided by National Center of Cold Chain Development under Ministry of Agriculture. Cooperation, Farmers Welfare Day, Cold Chain Knowledge Dissemination. Services by Foreign Diplomatic Mission in India is exempt. Services by way of providing information under ITI is exempt. Services provided by recognized sports body by an individual to a recognized sports body. Services provided to a recognized sports body by an individual as a player, referee, umpire, coach, team, manager, or participation of sports events organized by the RSB, another RSB. One RSB to another RSB. RSB is recognized sports body. Services by operator of common biomedical waste treatment facility to a clinical establishment by way of treatment disposal of biomedical waste by way of public convenience such as provision of facilities of bathroom, washroom, laboratories, etc. That is also exempt. Now, mind you, all this that I have read is the material. So please take it seriously that they will be asking questions on this. They need not ask, they will not be asking generally the questions like this. But what we are going to do now is discuss the problems relating to this. Okay, so we'll be discussing problems from this, which will help you to clarify some of the sections or the exemption notification.